Hello and welcome back to Journey into Pandora. Last time, things didn't go so well for me, but the new format has, had a bit of an effect on me. I didn't really grasp the 2 losses over the 3. Now, it's a big difference because if you lose your first game in Pandora now, you're almost out of the whole draft, because if you get that second loss, that's the end of your Pandora run. Whereas before, it was 3 losses, so you had that kind of flexible loss, which doesn't really exist anymore in the current format. So now it's a 6 wins, 2 loss format from the 9 wins, 3 loss format. And I actually prefer this in a way. It's kind of like a burst of Pandora rather than this long, extensive thing that used to happen before. It used to take me like 3 episodes to get a full Pandora run covered, but now it can be much shorter thanks to the change of the format. But the pressure is on. If I lose that first game, oh man, I have to play out my mind and hopefully just keep on a win streak. You have to win streak from there on to finish the run with 6 wins. I'm pretty confident that I can do a little bit better this time. Just dusting off the old Pandora shoes, going for a run. I wanted to revisit Pandora, but it had been quite a while. Maybe not the best draft, playing around that Beastmaster synergy that didn't really pay off. But hopefully in this next draft, things will go a little bit better. Speaking of draft, let's get into it and draft the deck. Alright guys, we're into the draft here, and it looks like blue has been locked out once again. No, the game just doesn't want me to play blue. I really like blue, I'm a big fan. Give me the blue. But no blue this time. Let's see what we can do. What are our options to start things off? Punishment, pretty good. This is okay, I guess. It's not bad for a free land cost Maceman. Recon Reveler is pretty decent. Demon Wrangler and Pest. So we went green-red last time. I'm more interested in going like red-yellow, green-yellow, I think. I guess we could start off with Punishment and just see what options open up. Because Punishment's just removal. It's pretty... Oh, a Legendary to kick things off. Oh, for all Yaks. This could be a really good decision or a really bad decision, depending on what else I draft. If I get lots of Yaks, though, it'd be pretty cool to play a Mother of All Yaks deck. Lady of Sorrows is like the safest option because it doesn't really require much. It just kind of works on its own. You're tempting me, game. Got big boy Krog as well. Big boy Tarim. Everything we had last time really didn't do much, so between these two, if I go this, I basically have to take every Yak I see. Let's just do it, guys. Oh, let's just do it. We just take the Yak. The Yak belongs to me, so I'm going green after all. Maybe not completely green, but we'll see. Neko, Barracks, Boulder Thrower, Flashwind, Sky Captain. Well, I don't want to take 4 forests, to be honest. I think I just take Boulder Thrower. Yeah, gonna take the Boulder Thrower. Leads to an Axe Grinder. It's pretty good. So we are going red-green again by the looks of things. Not intentionally. It's just... I wanted this. I currently have 1 Yak. I hope that situation improves very soon. Cypher's Fodder is pretty good. 2-1 Collector on the Explore. Can't fault it. Shieldmates is not bad if I could just go into a yellow. Deranged Monkey's okay. I've got a pretty aggressive deck so far. Deranged Monkey's actually fine, I think. It's a pretty bad... it's actually a pretty good card. Oh no. Deranged Monkey is actually pretty bad because once Pandora opens, there are no wells left to empty. So I'll take Wood Elemental. Game, you are insisting I play red-green at this point. Man, I have to take Ground Shaker, right? Yeah, I have to take Ground Shaker. Give me some Yaks. A Yak. There we go. Ruby Yak. Awesome. Cobbled Warbeast. Another Yak. Playing into those synergies. Charles from the Palace I'm a big fan of. Wheel of Chaos is okay. It's like just hard removal. But Chalice could really push our guys up. So let's go for the Chalice of the Palace. We've taken 3 mountains for Ground Shakers, so I don't really mind taking the Firestorm now, since we're going for those 3 mountains anyway. Sprite, Maceman, Deepwood, Lost Explorer. We have a very expensive deck, but I think Mother of Yaks is a bit deceiving in that sense. So I feel that we go for the Explorer, turn 1 Collector. That's what I want to see. He's back, the Lava Surge. I actually don't see anything better than Lava Surge at this point. Sure, we're going for the land, so why not? Wood Elemental. Don't really want another Wood Elemental. Not interested in these guys. I think we'll take the power up. We'll take Tiki Caretaker. Flameburst, pretty good. Yep, just give us some removal options. Yakapult makes Yaks. I was talking about this in my green-red video, and I'd love to make a green-red Yak deck. Emerald Yak kind of stops me from doing that because I have to build neutrals. Crackfun's also an option, but I actually feel we go for Yakapult for the Yak synergy here. Come on, give me some more Yaks. Tiki Caretaker, pretty solid. Nothing that good. Piper's probably the best here. Turn 1 Collector, and it can provide extra life for our creatures. Again, like, not really much going on here. I think we just take another Piper. We're quite expensive on the Faeria right now, so I don't mind taking Pipers. Copter's pretty good. Just gives us a bit more AoE removal. But I feel like I'd take Cypher's Wrath, because I just want the cheaper cards right now. Wiltier, no. I took this last time, didn't really do much for me. I think we'll take Secret. So we have a lot of power-ups in this deck already. Between Chalice, Secret, we have Tiki Caretakers, we have the Pipers as well to increase the life. So it's not looking bad. Probably one of these 3? Turn 1 Collectors. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 turn 1 Collectors without Explore. So maybe we just take more removal. I don't mind. I don't mind taking Salamander here. Just get a bit more removal. Yaks. We'll always take Yaks. We're going Copter. Pretty good. It's a very solid pick there. Give me a lot of these sprites and HCs. I mean, the game is telling me something. Fire Elemental, I guess. Sure. I mean, it helps us build lands, so that's okay. Steamforge, big fan of Steamforge in Pandora. Solid card. Another Tiki Caretaker, more power-ups. Another Axe Grinder. Pretty good. We're playing again very mid-range here for this build so far. I guess Spirit of Rebirth? Yeah, Spirit of Rebirth is just like a card they have to answer. Oh wow, okay. So Emerald Yaks and Longhorned Yak. So we'll take the Emerald just for additional Yaks. We just want more Yaks. Safeyard's pretty good, you know, in Pandora's not bad. Dark Crystal, more AoE. Okay, that was a pretty quick draft, you know, because the Mother of all the Yaks kind of dictated a lot. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7, 8. So we have potentially 8 plus Yaks, depending on if the Yakapult. So let's say 7 plus Yaks, depending on if the Yakapult gets a shot off. So not bad actually. Another green-red. What's with me and green-red recently? Can't help myself. Let's take this deck for a spin. I'm excited to see how it performs. We're going to play a bit more mid-range to start off with. Like I said, we don't have that extra loss now to kind of be a bit more flexible with how we play. Like, we can't really experiment that much. So I feel that the mid-range line is a little bit better because we have a lot of like Axe Grinders and stuff like that. I could have actually taken HC looking at this deck now. Like 2 Axe Grinders, we got the War Beast, we have Fire Elementals. But yeah, it's fine. So let's get into our match and hopefully get a win, because I don't want to lose straight away. Alright guys, into our first match. Nope. Nope and nope. All these nopes to start off with. And we do get a Tiki Piper to kick things off. Not bad. So we do get our turn 1 collector. We are going to have to develop some neutrals at some point just to get this Emerald Yak going. Get a little yak out to make sure it dies, and then the mother of all yaks can be very happy. But not for a little while, at least. Not now that we've picked up the Ground Shaker. A Ground Shaker in combination with Flame Burst could kill something worth 4 life. Like, can be very crucial in these upcoming turns. That's a Warlord. That is a Warlord. Fear not, we have Tiki Caretaker. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. But we can just chill for now. I could pick up another Caretaker. That could help. Like, I could double Caretaker the Piper and use a Flame Burst. So I do have, like, some options in hand to challenge the Warlord. Oh, no. But the Sunken Tower is just going to make my life really miserable. This is an awful start. Already, Sunken Tower just ruined my life. Who would have thought a Sunken Tower? How did you pick up the other Caretaker? Are you serious? Come on. Be nice. Right, we are going to take neutrals now. Mainly because I want to set up this Yak. We can lock this down with the Yak. And then next turn, we could go for move across, collect. Then maybe mount it in between the wells here. You could actually just shift and hide this out the way and clear, but that's absolutely fine because I'm planning to Flame Burst this anyway. There's not a lot I can do against this Sunken Tower, unfortunately. It has a lot of influence right now. Okay. Well, that's actually a really good legendary in Pandora. Especially because the game never wants to give me blue. Feels bad, guys. Okay. We get to kill Rapala at least. We lose a Salamander. We can... Yeah, we can just Ground Shaker now. We also get to kill the... Warlord. So we do take quite a bit of ball control there, finishing off the Sunken Tower along the way. I just have a ton of fish I need to get rid of, so I will have to build a lake somewhere. Probably over here, and just play a fish every turn, move, play a fish every turn, move. I have Tiki Caretakers, you know, these fish could be a big problem if my opponent's not careful. So, yeah, we'll see. Rapala and Pandora, though, that's actually very interesting. It's like paying just for me to burn 1 card, unless there's like storytellers and come up behind it as well. That's giving me some stuff to work with, interestingly enough. Another shard. Could be more aggressive. You know what? I'm not letting Rapala boss me around. We're going for the fish, guys. This is the life now. We're going for the fish life. Now, that could have been an axe grinder spot, sure, but I don't have an axe grinder currently. I have fish, and I want to use them. See, now this fish is a threat. Unless there's a mountain build. And this fish is not a threat. It's just a fish. I do get to collect at least. I can move the Ground Shaker into a more defensive position. Let's get another fish down. And I guess we just continue to build. Continue to build our lands. I could double Caretaker the fish. It's not terrible. But I'd rather do it when I'd rather do it on the fish that's not gonna die. Mainly because this guy won't have any more power-ups if he uses events to try and kill it. This is a weird game. This episode has already started quite strange. Steam Forge! Other ways to power up fish. Feels fishy. Take another mountain. Get some caretakers in our life. This can clear here. Maybe I just go for a creature. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I do actually. I think I just wait. Because now the Mochi can clear this, and then my Ground Shaker could die, but I have the Taunt, and then I can just get the Tiki to finish it off. Pandora does awaken, that's really good for me in some ways because my opponent doesn't collect any Faeria this turn. I pick up Secret of Strength, Flying Fish. See, the Ruby Fish worked out. I'm going to be able to create a 5/5 Flying Fish next turn. I'm fine with that. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'm not too sure, like, what do I want to do here? I could go for, like, Secret Strength, I could clear, but I'd rather save it for a fish, to be honest. I feel like just draw. That's a good draw. Let's get a fish down. Yeah, we'll pass. We're just throwing the fish into the fire elemental at this point. That's the plan, at least. I'm hoping Yakapult lives. As long as Yakapult lives, I think we're in a good spot. You know, it might have been worth moving this Yak here, just to be in a position where it could challenge this tile. So Yakapult could get a face hit. I don't really mind. Oh no! That's not very nice. Come on, man. My only Yakapult? Why would you do this to me? That's really sad. And a commander. Tiki Piper, okay. Makes things a little interesting. I'm gonna take a draw. Okay. Let's clear this. Another ruby fish. Start moving these guys up. All my stuff is... I don't mind. I guess I'll throw Cypher's Fodder under the bus here. Just to try and clear the Red Devil. Just to open up opportunities for the Ground Shaker to get something done. This is kind of just a war of attrition right now. We're just playing stuff and we're both on a lot of Faeria. We're just trading off stuff. Also, my opponent's gone quite aggressive now with the Monstrous Hydra. That works. I do have the Secret of Strength, so I can play a little defensive. I might actually just Tiki Caretaker this on top of it. Just to keep it alive. Could get something else done. We're going to move this up. Go for a mountain and then set up the boulder thrower. No fish this turn, unfortunately. I'm moving Ground Shaker into a much more aggressive position. Have a treasure found. Chalice from the Palace could be very good. Could find it next. Some power-ups going to my boulder thrower. Oh! Oh, wow, okay, Aurora's Dream. Very close. Storm Spawn and Death's Desire. Good little combo there. Wow. 23 Faeria. And how the tables have turned. Where you going? You're still aquatic. That hasn't changed anything. Can't jump onto neutrals as an aquatic. Jump doesn't give you flying. Oh, just gonna concede there. 23 Faeria and concedes. Feels good, guys. Got for his first win on the board. I didn't really get the Yaks synergy off, but we were able to just beat our opponent into submission in more mid-range strategy there. But nice to get a win instead of a loss. I don't want to lose. Don't want to be put under that pressure straight away. Let's get into our next game. Alright, guys. It looks like we have a rematch ahead of us. We have the Piper to start things off. We also have a Caretaker and a Yak. I kind of know what my opponent's deck's capable of now, so I feel that hand's okay. It's not bad. It's all green, so I can do a lot with it. So yeah, let's just get this Piper down. Deja vu. Should I be afraid of the sunken tower? To be a lake in front this time. Okay. Let's go for a mountain. Yeah, we'll just pass there. Now we could double neutral into the wells, and then that gives us the little Yak spot for later. See a mountain into another warlord. And a steam forge this time. What is going on? Why has this happened again? This is crazy. Okay. So we are moving back. I'm going to go for Boulder Thrower. Who has good old Slam, so I'm going to be able to shoot this. And then I'll deal 3 damage to my opponent as well. Sunken Tower. It's going to happen, isn't it? It's just going to happen. I know it. Let's avoid it. Let's take a land. Oh no, I can't really avoid it, unfortunately. I guess I could stick a taunt down. Yeah, we'll stick a little Yak here to cover our Boulder Thrower. We can just shoot. And then we could even go for like Tiki Caretaker next turn. Depends what this does. Like if this comes across here, I could just Caretaker this, I guess, and then go for a Flame Burst kill. We'll have to see. Like it very much depends what my opponent gets up to. Doesn't look like a sunken tower. So just gonna move in and probably just clear out the Yak. That's fine, that gives Boulder Thrower something to shoot at. Oh, there's another warlord. They're trying to transfer the power up over here instead. So now we can just use the Flame Burst instead. So we can just shoot this and Flame Burst. Maybe we even push out this side. Give this a bit more life to work with. So I'd say we haven't seen any shards yet, so first shard showing up for my opponent. Goes for the Spell Will. Could find Sunken Tower. Shifting Tide, could find some mobility tricks from that. It is possible. Takes a lake. To Darkstalker, that works out quite nice. And then we have a push up here. Oh, another yak. How cool is that? Pick up another yak now. Can pretty much do the same thing we did last time. Stick a yak down. Cypher's around this guy. Yeah, and we're gonna just win with the boulder thrower now. I think that's this is the win con. Let's get the boulder thrower. The cleanup for us. We have a power up as well, so we can like push for lethal. I don't see the need to use the power up just yet. But we're probably gonna have to shoot the warlord again. Faeria to work with. Goes to the MP as just say no more. He is done. Done with the annoyance of the boulder thrower. That's fair enough. It's understandable. What a nuisance. Let's pick up Firestorm. It's not bad. What am I going to do about this guy? I can just Caretaker. I could Firestorm, actually. That is an option. But I feel like I just run the Phantasm in with the Piper. I don't know. It's a little awkward, I must admit. If I could kill this as well, I'd be in a much better situation. I think I Firestorm. We go for the Firestorm, then we can just use the Yak. We hit this first in hoping that this gets the power up. Nice. Yeah, go for the Firestorm. Cover this lake, just in case we see a Mystic Beast. And then we can... yeah, we can just stay here because we'll collect off this well. Now our opponent has to build land to get to the Piper. But decides not to, so this sets up the Tiki Caretaker to finish it off. No, the Flame Spitter! Oh no. Why would you do such a thing? Alright, take a draw. Alright. This could mean strength. No, we get the chalice. A little unfortunate there. I was hoping we get the strength of Secret of Strength so I could power this up and just clear this guy out and have that Yak in a very good aggressive position. Chalice from the Palace could be quite good, depending on what my opponent does. We also have Lava Siege. We have like a wing con available as well if we need it. And the opponent has exactly 12 life. This is a match made in heaven. Oh, Aurora. Okay. That's a very nice pull in Pandora, finding Aurora. Still one of the stronger legendaries in the game, but Blue's not that popular right now, so she doesn't see much play, which is very interesting. I think we draw first. Ground Shaker. Yeah, this is interesting. This Phantasm is a problem. Let's go Chalice. Chalice first. And I think I just Caretaker this anyway. Just to play around like some of the removal options, like another Flame Spitter, Cypher's Wrath. So I'm kind of forcing specific things from my opponent now. And in Pandora it's much more difficult to find, you know, there's no consistency really, unless you happen to draft a constructed deck. Sunken Tower, gonna finish off. Yeah, so just gonna finish things off there. Maybe it wasn't worth the Tiki if I went a tower. Oh, the Hydra's back. Oh, and a Golem. Alright. Another treasure. Secret of Strength. That just sets up lethal on the Yak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys across. And then we're just gonna cover this Hydra. Now there is potential for this to get removed, but my opponent doesn't remove it. I just set up lethal with the Secret of Strength. On the Yak, that's gonna be enough damage to just finish my opponent off, which is fine. And yeah, so I'm just demanding my opponent to answer this Yak now, and just seeing if my opponent even realizes that this could just be lethal. It is possible. Moves down, towers across. So more interested in triggering the Hydra corruption. But my opponent did see Secret of Strength last game. So he's building land. I'm going to build something defensive. Ground Shaker's there to get my Yaks back at least. And we'll see the Hydra trigger. And then clear on the Lost Explorer. Into a Piranha. And then push some damage. Yeah, well played. The Yak, exact lethal. Who needs Mother of Yaks? I have Emerald Yak. We have another win against the same opponent. Still haven't really had the time to get the whole Yak thing off. I've been doing pretty well with just the power-ups. The power-ups have really helped. But yeah, and the Boulder Throw was fantastic that game. Boulder Throw can be just such a cheeky card in Pandora if it's not answered early. But good games to my opponent. We are doing pretty well so far, 2-0. So we still have our lives remaining. I'd like to get one more win before I take a loss. At least then I can do like a 3-win streak. So let's hope we'll get that and move into our next game. Alright guys, into our final game of this episode. Hopefully we can get a win here. Not a bad hand to kick things off. We have a turn 1 play. We also have another Yak available if we need it. But I think I'll throw this because our hand's primarily green. We do find a Ruby Yak as well. It's pretty cool. So we do sacrifice our little baby Yak by playing this on turn 1. But I do value the collection over the taunt more at this point. Mother of all Yaks, it is in the deck, but I'm not entirely sure if we'll ever get to use it at this point. It's been interesting. So yeah, we'll take the mountain, and then we'll pass. Gonna gear up for a Cypher's Wrath. Cypher's Wrath will have more influence on the game right now than Tiki Caretaker because my creatures are nowhere near. Tyrannax. Okay. A little dangerous. Could be power-ups. I feel like I should play a little more defensive going forward. I guess the truth is, I guess I'd rather just stick this Yak here for now. And then see if the Tyrannax pushes in or pushes down. And if the Tyrannax pushes down, I can punish it with the Caretaker. If not, I can just kind of maneuver around, right? I can just move in this way. This is where we get caught out by Sunken Tower for the 3rd time in a row. That was going to be a forest. Okay. Elderwood Embrace. Oh, Hunt Down in Pandora. That is the worst. Didn't play around Hunt Down. It's fine though. We do have the Cypher's Wrath. And yeah, well, that was actually fine because we did have the Cypher's Wrath to finish it off. If I didn't have the Cypher's Wrath, it would be much worse, but Fortunately for me, I was packing that ready for any kind of like problems that did show up. Now the Kobold War Beast can challenge the 1/5. We've actually played a few Yaks this game, so drawing Mother would be quite beneficial for us. We've had one Yak die, we have these two guys die, we'll go down to a 12 Faeria Mother. A 12 Faeria Mother is not too bad considering how much pressure it applies. For an ancient boar, it's pretty nice. Just gonna get back out into a Spirit of Rebirth. Alright. So we can now push up. I'm gonna caretaker. I'm actually gonna caretaker this instead. Kill the boar. Take the aggressive mountain and pass. So I put my 5/1 behind the 5/4. We're more protected. We are playing against green blue, so like 1 damage might be a bit more difficult unless we see like Emperor's Command Falcon Dive. But now the Kobold War Beast is gearing up to hit this Piper and get rid of it. So we're in a pretty good spot here. We're controlling the wells. The Tyrax play was actually pretty strong with the hunt down, but the Cypher's Wrath just made it so good for us. What's next? That's the big question. What's next for our opponent? It's difficult because like the 1/5 needs 2 power-ups in order to clear the Yak. Just Mystic Beast, so just putting something down in hopes that it's not going to stick around. It just die to the 5/1. And I just, oh nice, that's even better. So I can actually just clear this, trade here, and then go for another War Beast in this position. It actually gives us the flexibility to draw this turn. Lost Explorer, that's actually pretty good too. Yeah, so we're gonna see some value again coming from this, but I think that's okay. Like this gets the trade now. I could have I should have actually caretakered this. This would have been better. But I don't mind so much. I don't mind losing this because I have another one to back it up, and perhaps the Tiki Caretaker will be more useful on this to clear a bigger body. And Spirit Rebirth trading with the War Beast, at least I get rid of the Spirit Rebirth. Lost Explorer should get its trigger as well, which is nice. I'll get to draw a card against some extra Faeria. And I am double collecting as well, so I'm in a very good position. So opponent's looking to split off to the other side. Pretty much just giving up on the right side now. Goes for a teleport. Take that extra collection. And clear the Lost Explorer, but you can keep my War Beast. I'm absolutely fine with that. Like, Lost Explorer is good, don't get me wrong, but the pressure these War Beasts apply is just much more satisfying. Now, do I take a mountain here? I think I take a draw. Flame Burst. That's fine. Ah, Pandora weakens on my opponent's turn. That's sad. That's actually sad. Bottled Lightning is really good in this position. Bottled Lightning on my healthy Yak just clears both for 6 Faeria. But that's all my opponent will be doing this turn, which is not too bad because I am quite ahead in the Faeria game. And now because the Faeria Wells are eliminated, the Sagami Grove Caller is just a defender. It doesn't actually represent any economy. So I can just like power up my 1 War Beast and just go in. That's the plan. I'm just going to Secret of Strength and just go in. Is that a Horsemaster? No, it's a Queen's Guard. Yeah, so Secret of Strength is going to be pretty solid here. We're going to get the Secret this, finish this off, And then I'd probably just double Caretaker this and hit face. Unless I want to protect this guy. How much life will he have left? It's actually in range of being cleared. So actually I will go for a defensive line to protect this. Axe Grinder's not bad. Yeah, we'll take Axe Grinder. What's +1? We'll just gain some Faeria. So we'll try and stay ahead of the Faeria game. And we also have board control now. It's looking very bleak for green-blue in this situation. It's not like he could Firestorm me or Garadan. I'm not entirely sure. Like, Frog Tosser's okay. Like, Frog Tosser is pretty good. Can kill the 9-3, set up a 2-2 to clear the 7-2, but the only issue is that the 2-2 would be in range of my Axe Grinder. Which is also bad. So my opponent ideally needs maybe Punishment or a Spider. It's like, yeah, Spider to kill the 7-2 and then set up like a sturdy taunt, like a Grove Guardian or something. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, I'm just gonna push it one more. That's understandable. Okay. Do I want to use a power up? I could just use the Copter. I'm gonna lose this anyway. Yeah, I'll go for a Copter instead. Then use the power up on the Copter next turn. So I get to hold some power in hand. I can use the Tiki Caretaker on the Copter, push up to a 5-5, and then it can challenge quite a few things with the Flame Burst. But I see this as being a win now, unless my opponent pulls a really impactful treasure. I'd have full board control at this point, and it's going to be very difficult to come back playing reactive because I have like removal options in hand as well as power up. So I've just got a lot of good options going forward. Takes a lake into a commander. So yeah, I could go for board control still. Mainly, actually I don't think I do. I think I just go face. Yeah, I'm just gonna go face here. I'm +1ing because I don't want to draw cards to trigger another treasure. Because right now a treasure is probably one of the easier ways for my opponent to regain board control. If I don't draw cards, I don't dig into our decks to find the treasures and give my opponent that opportunity. So the +1 just puts me a little bit ahead in Faeria. I have board control. I don't need a treasure right now. I'm in a pretty good position. So I can just play aggressive. Wow, Commander's going in. He's gonna go face. Steamforge. Battletoads. Firestorm is just too good here. Can I... So I might draw now to set up Lethal, because if I can get another power... I don't think I have any power-ups other than Chalice left over. So draw here for Lethal is not too bad. I didn't find it, which is fine. Take the Flame Burst. And there we have it. I think that's just going to be game, guys. Not dropping one yet. That's really good in this new format. Green-red making its comeback, which is awesome. So I'm pretty happy now. I'm finishing this episode as a 3-0, which means I can go into the next episode strong and not be too afraid of losing the entire run. So Deck's doing pretty good so far. You know, Mother of all Yaks hasn't had her opportunity to shine. Mainly just the Tiki Caretakers. I feel like the Tiki Caretakers are really carrying this deck at the moment. But yeah, good matches so far. That concludes the first part of this Pandora run. Like I said, gone very well so far. 3-0. Hopefully we can make that a 6-0 in the next part. If you like this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. I did do another run of Pandora before this one, kind of like my my warm-up game, I'm going to call it. Didn't do too well, but if you're interested in seeing a different green-red deck, a lot of green-red recently, that's not on purpose with Pandora, I will confess. It's just how the draft went twice. But yeah, be sure to check that out. You can also check out some constructed content from the last few weeks. You know, I've been trying out all sorts of different decks, decks from, you know, some of the top level players, some of my own brews as well. So be sure to check them out as well. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoyed my Pandora run.